Hello. Welcome to the Loading Time podcast. Use the hashtag Loading Time Pod. Catch us on YouTube now. We're on YouTube now, isn't it?
Yes, we are.
And we're on Instagram. And we're on Twitter. And we're actually on Twitch.
Yeah, who's going to use that account?
I don't know. I just made my own personal
Exactly. I made mine as well. Bruv, do you know how long it was to get a name? All of my usernames were gone, and I tried searching for them.
How come Remy...
I don't know. I tried to search for them, and I couldn't even find the person who had stolen my name. I was angry.
Why did you just put Remy's T?
I put D because the other one is my other username that I would use. I just put the,
okay.
Yeah. I should have put T as well.
See. Anyway, Sha. Catch us online. I'm going to talk about your PS5, innit? Well, before we do that, let's talk about news, actually. The Capcom Leaks that you posted on the group chat.
Yeah, let's go through them one by one.
One by one. So basically what happened is that according to IGN, there was a massive data breach at Capcom, which basically reports that they have a lot of games basically for the next 4 years in the list, and that includes Street Fighter 6 and Dragon's Dogma. But they have a long list of stuff. So what I'm going to do...
Power Stone
remake.
Remake.
I'm going to read out the list. So according to IGN, the list goes Resident Evil Outbreak, Dragon's Dogma 2, Street Fighter 6,
Yes.
Rockman.
There's best Street Fighters on that list. Save Street Fighter 6 as well.
Why does it say Rockman and Match? Anyway, Mega Man anyway. Something called Match.
No. So it's Mega Man, which is Rockman, and it says Match. So either Mega Man Match or Rockman Match.
Right.
That would be the name of the project or game. Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 remake.
Ooh, my favorite Resident Evil. Yes.
Monster Hunter 6. I don't care about Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
Look at this guy, bro.
He needs to jump on.
Exactly, you see.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
What's the point of the game, though?
I've got Elijah into it, bro. What's the point of any game, Demi?
Yeah.
What's the point of any game?
To get to the end and know the story. That's why I
not
play
all
these
games. Why'd you play Smash Brothers, Debbie?
To fight and lose most of the time. But it's a fighting game. It's you're fighting against other people.
This one you're fighting against computer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nah, that's
and people can help you.
Yeah, it's a co-op game. It's a really fun
it's like
co-op
playing
game.
League of Legends or Warcraft or stuff like that.
I don't
Sometimes
play any of those games.
Debbie,
then it's not for you, innit?
exactly.
What do you want me to say, fam?
Biohazard Apocalypse.
But what's mad is it wasn't. I wouldn't have said that type of game would have been for Elijah as well. But then he played it.
I played that. I can see that.
I don't want to buy it and not play it. Like I probably won't play it.
I got a lot of games that I've
I like games that I can
touched.
finish.
You can finish Monster Hunter. A lot of it is grindy,
you can
but
finish
it's still
a single campaign.
It's still got a story. It does have actually does have a story. It might not be a very gripping story, but Capcom never have gripping stories.
Nope.
I might try it then. Maybe I'll get a demo or something. But
To be fair, like the one on Switch now is on sale for £14, but I wouldn't recommend that one. Monster Hunter World, well, you can get that for pretty cheap, and if you get a PS5, you get it for free.
I guess I'm getting PS5 then. Then Street Fighter 6, Final Fight remake, which is interesting.
That's interesting.
How would that work though?
Power Stone remake. Ultra Street Fighter 6. And Resident Evil Hank, likely Hunk.
Oh, the mercenary.
What mercenary is that?
In Resident Evil 4, there's a mini game called Mercenaries where you can play guys at Albert Wesker. Hunk is in there. He's the SWAT guy. He was my favorite when you play that mini game. I think that's the guy that.
But a lot of them they're just projects that they haven't put the final name. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know they delayed Street Fighter 6 because of COVID, which is very annoying.
Street Fighter 6, Super Street Fighter 6, and
Ultra Street Fighter 6. We talked about that last pod. Like,
but it's just mad that they've already planned for it though. I didn't know that's how they would have already planned for it. I just thought, okay,
makes sense.
They want to add more. They want to add more
games.
I just thought they look at it like, okay, we just want to add more characters. We'll release another one. But I don't think that they planned for it 5 years in advance. That we're going to release the same game 3 times, but we're just going to add more characters
and
that
more stages and stuff like
that.
It's like, they've done it for the past 2 Street Fighters. Street Fighter 4, they had Arcade Edition, they had Ultra.
They had Bear for Street Fighter 4.
They had Super, Arcade, and Ultra. Then for Street Fighter 5, they've had Champion Edition, Arcade Edition.
It's just the planning for it that I feel like it's a bit scummy. But I guess that's what they do in it. But it's just
but if you think about it, it's like Witcher 3, Game of the Year Edition, God of War, Game of the Year Edition.
Yeah, but they can only
Last
release those.
3, remastered.
I feel like they can only release those game like The remastered one is because it came when The Last of Us come out. It came out on PS3, innit?
Yeah, and then they port.
Then they had
it's
to
basically a port.
Yeah, support because you can't play PS3 games on PS4.
Or remastered, you know.
So they remastered. It's basically
thing.
just a higher definition version of it.
Yeah.
Even though PS3 is HD anyway. But yeah, that's what it. But then the other Game of the Year versions are ones. That's the award it gets for winning game for actually winning awards.
They're reselling it because to sell it as a game plus DLC usually.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
But then if those games didn't win Game of the Year, then they might not.
They would have just called it
Definitive Edition.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly.
They all do it, man. These ways.
Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Street Fighter 6 because Street Fighter 5 is just.
Dragon's Dogma 2, man.
They need to.
And you know what? The years. No, it is true because remember they were held ransom. The data was held ransom, and Street Fighter were just like, yeah, we're not going to pay, so they just leaked all of it online. But what I like is that Dragon's Dogma 2 looks like it's coming out in.
I think there's more.
I think it's
There's more in the list. No, that's it. What did I say on the show before? Yeah,
that was a different list. So there's more on other lists.
Okay, let me have a look. Keep talking, Jack.
But the thing about these leaks is like I don't know why they try to hold them to ransom like that.
But it's not just game links though. It's not just game links that they had. They also have like employee details and bank details and stuff like that.
That's a bit
obviously.
Okay.
But then you know.
So PSU also includes the website talks about I hate when there's bare pop-ups on the site and then it's like you don't even know where you're looking. So annoying. It says Onimusha currently in the works. See bare pop-up, just bare ads. And it's like, no, I do not want to date this person. Like, what the hell? So Onimusha was another one. I couldn't find any other one. Actually, that's the only other game that I didn't include before. Well, that would be really interesting to see. Because the previous Onimusha 4 was wasn't as good as Onimusha 3, innit?
Was there Onimusha 4?
Yeah.
On what?
On PS2.
On PS2?
Yeah.
So the series stopped at PS2, didn't it?
Yeah. It was he had a different character. He was like half. Was he? I think he was half Japanese, half maybe English or something.
European. They would love to do that, bro.
Well, it wasn't as good, man. You remember Tatsunoko versus Capcom?
Mm-hmm.
There was a samurai guy with blonde hair. Do you remember?
I didn't know. Was he from Onimusha or from saying? There's another one. What's it called?
Onimusha.
But you know, there's another game. I forgot what it's called. Something Bazara or something.
He was the guy from Sengoku Basara.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he was from Onimusha 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There wasn't any Marvel versus Capcom, you know.
Yeah, that's disappointing. But
so
it's
sad.
because they mashed up. What's it called?
Infinite.
I don't know why they did that. And
they didn't have access to XMen, man. Like, why do?
No, but why did they do that though?
No, why didn't they? Because Marvel didn't let them. Well, didn't let them use them. There was an issue.
X-Men.
Yeah, they wouldn't let them use X-Men.
Is that the reason?
There was a problem with it. Yeah.
But
because of the rights and stuff.
Yeah, the rights.
So this is all because of that film nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Because all the people in the MCU were there.
Yeah.
Except for Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. You know, I love
the most important members of the MCU isn't even in there.
He's in it? He's in Infinite, yeah.
Oh, is it in Infinite? Oh, then it's just the X-Men that they didn't put in.
X-Men.
Oh god.
But that's just so ridiculous.
I think it was around the time they were trying to make the Inhumans better. More famous than the X-Men.
It's so annoying. Do you know, that's the only Marvel vs. Capcom game where they put X in it.
Yeah.
And they just messed up by
I don't know. They should have just done SNK if they couldn't get X-Men in there. You know?
Just Capcom with SNK. I'd like to play another game. I like that game. That was a good game.
Yeah.
But there was so many versions of it. So there was SNK versus Capcom and there was Capcom versus SNK.
Yeah, but it depends on who made it, isn't it?
Yeah, so if it's made by SNK, it was SNK versus Capcom.
Yeah.
And if it was Capcom versus SNK.
They never did Tekken X Street Fighter because they did Street Fighter X Tekken, but they never did the actual.
Yeah, they were gonna do it, but
I think something happened, and I don't think they'll do it again.
I'm actually now that you mentioned that there was no Marvel vs. Capcom, that's actually quite sad. For 4 years, that's a whole.
That's disappointing.
But why did they
Now's
mess
like
up
the best time
Infinite?
to do it as well, since they have all the rights back.
Why did they mess up Infinite that way? But do you know what I hate about Infinite as well is the and I kind of didn't like this about Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as well, that the character models that they used I felt like were not really great. But
I liked them in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I didn't mind them in 3, but I felt like they were just going along the movie route.
I think visually it looked
a bit weird,
so much better than Infinite.
Yeah, no, it looked a lot better than Infinite. Infinite, they just looked bulky and it just looked weird. It looked so weird.
Like Street Fighter 4.
Like,
Street Fighter 4, they were just like, so...
Yeah, man.
It's just unrealistic. Kind of like Backy's, like, it just looked unrealistic.
I don't know why they just didn't keep...
Everyone had big-ass muscles and they just... Yeah.
They should have just kept...
money grab and it just didn't work.
And they should have just kept the... apparently it's better now, but they should have kept... They should have... I think they should have just kept it 2D like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That one will just always forever remain... As bad as some of those sprites were, because remember, it was 3D background with 2D sprites. It looks so weird, but it was fun.
Yeah.
3 was fun. Infinite, I don't know.
I never played Infinite. It just looked so wrong. I was just like, I can't.
It's a dead game now. No one really plays it anymore.
But it's just, I am so interested to see the characters.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
That's the funny. Dragon Ball Z is the new.
It's basically the new Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah.
I guess. Oh yeah, because the way. Yeah.